with Dragon Ball Super manga chapter number 42 concluding the final battle between Goku, Vegeta, and Jiren in the Tournament of Power. The be-all end-all finale has now finally been revealed, as we have the conclusive battle between Universe 6 and Universe 11, and to many there isn't much of a significant difference between the two other than the actual final battle involving Jiren, Frieza, and Goku, and we have further detail as to what exactly went down in this manga chapter as translated by Herms. It's stated that Belmont used to be friends with Jiren's master Gichen a long time ago and became a god of destruction because he hated Gichen's sappy ideas about teamwork. Gichen wanted to make Jiren realize the importance of teamwork, but before that happened, he got killed by that demon. Margarita explains that they are unable to resurrect those killed by demons, which makes it sound more like this was indeed some sort of literal demon and not just an evil person. Now back on the battlefield, we see how the ultimate battle continues between Goku, Vegeta, and Jiren, and to me, I really do enjoy the visuals behind this, because no matter how strong Jiren is, Goku and Vegeta are still bringing the firepower in, basically putting pressure on Jiren, but Jiren having to be Jiren, he simply blows Goku and Vegeta away simply by shouting. And this is cool because as Goku and Vegeta are relentlessly attacking Jiren, it looks like Jiren isn't physically harmed, but more or less getting annoyed at the idea that these two are still fighting him even at this point, in which we see how Jiren begins to power up even more in unleashing a power so ferocious that it causes Goku and Vegeta to literally be in a state of shock because they can't believe that Jiren right now is still able to emit such power in this current point in time. Especially after Jiren had faced so much from Goku and Vegeta, it's interesting to see how Goku and Vegeta together collectively utilize their final attacks in having to charge up their energies as Jiren is walking towards them. Now, one of my favorite shots in this manga is seeing Jiren with his aura having to flare, walking towards Goku and Vegeta. It's a really ominous shot in seeing someone like Jiren approach you, but nonetheless, Goku and Vegeta still charge up for their energy attacks as they both unleash them at the same time. Both Goku and Vegeta put all of their energies into this attack as it hurls towards Jiren. Now again, we are going to be reviewing the full manga chapter on this channel in detail once Viz Media translates this in English, so make sure you guys come back on this channel on the 21st when that happens, because we're going to be showcasing that and more, including a massive Tournament of Power explained video by the end of the month, which is going to include every manga chapter and every episode from the TOP in this one video. But as Jiren gets ready to engage the attack from Goku and Vegeta, all he really needed was one hand, and by using this one hand, Jiren is fearless because he steps right into the blast created by Goku and Vegeta, and we see how they're beginning to push back. It's truly a struggle, and it's a really glorious struggle because it goes to show the power of Goku and Vegeta having to work together and having to put this one person down. But did they? No. However, the blast is so intense, we see a little speck on the actual manga, and on that speck is how big the Tournament of Power arena is in comparison to their blast. And this blast was so ferocious that it literally knocks everyone back. It knocks all the spectators back. There is a massive flash of light. Nobody can see what the heck is going on other than Goku and Vegeta. And after they blast this dude with everything they have, through the smoke, through the rubble, Jiren is standing right in front of them. Now to me, this was pretty cool because he was shirtless, he looked very intense, and he stuck his hand out, and as he was sticking his hand out through the dust, he immediately targets Vegeta first, shooting him directly in the face as Vegeta gets blown away and eliminated from the Tournament of Power. And as Goku looks back, he attempts to attack Jiren, but Goku's very tired as well. Goku has no reserves left. Goku has a black eye, and as Goku grabs Jiren, he's nearing the edge of the ring, and Goku at this point is shaking, Jiren is shaking. Jiren is absolutely ruthless. Despite anyone's opinion on Jiren having to be bland or having to be boring, he is incredibly powerful, and for him to withstand such an attack, to withstand all of these attacks, really speaks volume on his character. And as Goku is seemingly enough just about to get wrung out behind Jiren, Goku notices a massive energy ball be charged. And as Goku looks, it's Frieza. Frieza is standing right behind them both. everyone is shocked because nobody expected for Frieza to still be here, but as soon as Goku turns around, he is amazed as to what Frieza is about to do, as Frieza has Goku hold Jiren in place while he throws a massive death ball at him. And what's really cool about this is right before he actually throws it, he's more or less mocking both Goku and Jiren at this point, as Goku somehow manages to reverse Jiren's lock in holding him in place. And as Frieza charges this massive energy ball, everyone's afraid, and rightfully so, because everyone is unsure on whether or not this blast could actually kill Jiren and Goku during the midst of this, but Jiren welcomes this. And even while Goku's holding him back, what I really enjoyed was seeing Jiren still push back the energy blast as Goku is trying to also tug him out of the ring. And that's really impressive because it goes as far as to show how strong Jiren truly is. And with complete ease, as the ring beneath him is beginning to break, Jiren is so strong that he takes the blast that Frieza had just created and deflects it completely up in the air, not knowing that directly in front of him, Frieza transformed into his golden form and is charging directly at Jiren and Goku. And once Jiren notices this, it's too late because Frieza hits Jiren with such force that it knocks Goku and Jiren and Frieza out of the Tournament of Power arena. And I love Jiren's face in all of this because as Frieza hits him, Jiren is completely taken back at a state of shock because he wasn't expecting this, as are the Gods of Destruction, as is Goku. As they go tumbling off of the stage, Frieza smiles at Goku as Goku looks up, and Jiren is so taken back by this because he can't believe that Goku and Frieza had planned all of this out. However, back at the tournament arena, we see how Android 17 is still alive. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be upset about this. I am as well. I thought that perhaps 17 was indeed dead, and once Jiren noticed this, he was extremely pissed, as the translations go on to state the Grand Priest could not sense 17 and therefore didn't realize that he was still alive, and 17 had simply pretended to self-destruct, which a lot of people are upset about. But in the bleachers, Jiren tells Belmont that he's okay with not bringing Gichin back to life since he now understands what he lacks, and so he doesn't need to ask his master anymore. And Belmont, though, you know, that was never really the real reason why Jiren wanted to resurrect him, he tells Jiren to stop blaming himself for Gichin's death, especially since Gichin himself isn't looking to be resurrected. Now, 17 wishes to restore the destroyed universes, which of course happened in the anime, and the Great Priest actually looks fairly surprised at this because he really did not think that this was going to be the case, but there was no mention outside of the Omni King wanted to wipe out the winning universe if they had made a selfish wish. So that was something completely different added in the anime that we did not see in the manga. And as everyone heads home, it looks like 17 tells Goku and company that the reason why he wished to revive the other universes instead of the cruise ship was because he didn't want those stuck-up shrimps to get in his way, of course. Now, Vegeta says that Bulma will be fine, lending him a cruise ship, which is essential because we understand that happened in the actual anime itself. So in the anime, Whis brings Frieza back to life, saying that it was Beerus' reward for performing so well in the actual tournament. And there is some talk in the manga about how Frieza is still going to continue in proceeding and doing his evil deeds, and Goku will be there to stop him if he does, but the narrator states that Frieza returns to his own planet, which we don't know which planet it is. But as Goku talks to 17, he talks about how 17, and even confirming further, that 17 is just as strong as he is, even though he hadn't done much of anything, meaning training. So it's pretty interesting how Goku further confirms that 17 is just as strong as he is. Now later on, as we see Goku training with Vegeta in the gravity chamber, it is implied that Goku has not achieved Ultra Instinct since the Tournament of Power, and Vegeta goes on to state that such an unreliable technique is worthless, and Goku agrees that there are no shortcuts when it comes to training and strength, and thus they want to achieve their power, or at least a newer power, the old-fashioned way. As the manga chapter basically comes to a conclusion, you can draw your own line as to whether or not you guys agree or disagree with the anime in comparison to the manga, or the manga in comparison to the anime. Some people are going to like one over the other, but I want to get your thoughts down below as to how you guys felt about this, because it seems a little different, it seems a little rushed, but more or less I think in a way, the ending is kind of fitting, especially with Goku admitting that indeed Ultra Instinct is an unreliable technique, as according to Vegeta as well, having to agree that they can't really rely on this. For me, I think that what we saw in this manga chapter was definitely something very interesting to take note of, because I think that if the anime does return, they are going to adapt a lot of what the manga had done, because as we dive further into this manga chapter, we also get to see the new arc actually be a thing. And what's interesting about this new arc is the fact that the Galactic Patrol are looking to capture Majin Buu, because Majin Buu does in fact hold the key in stopping the evil prisoner that had escaped, because inside of Majin Buu lies the Grand Kaioshin, and the Galactic Patrol are looking to extract the Grand Kaioshin from Majin Buu's body in order to use the Grand Kaioshin as some means in stopping this individual. Now, I'm only guessing based on what we're seeing that this is going to be somewhat of a gag. I don't think that this is going to take itself serious, nor do I believe that this is going to be a serious arc. I think that when looking at this, this could be filler, but again, we don't know for sure as to whether or not this is going to be filler. But what a lot of people are really upset about is seeing how Goku and Vegeta were taken down by Murus's anesthetic weapon, and that anesthesia gun put Goku and Vegeta down with simply one shot as they awoke in the Galactic Patrol HQ. And a lot of people, I can understand why, are really upset by this, because Goku and Vegeta are so strong. They were once again taken down by a weapon. That kind of seems a little tacky, but they explain further as to what these weapons are, and even though you could be a person that's very powerful, it looks like there are certain weapons that exist that don't necessarily harm you, but are able to have an effect on your body to where they put you to sleep, or they knock you out, or something happens to your vitals that causes you to further, be in a state of unconsciousness. And that's exactly what we saw here in the fact that this weapon was specifically used just to put Goku and Vegeta down for the moment until they reawoken in having to grasp the entire situation of what was going on with the escaped prisoner. So the TOP is finally over, the new arc is going to begin. There are no signs of Gogeta, no signs of Broly, no signs of anything related to the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie arc, so I'm only guessing that maybe this specific Galactic Patrol arc is going to happen in between Broly and the TOP, or if anything after, but nonetheless they haven't shown anything yet, and I'm fairly certain that we are going to see more down the line. But for Broly itself, that's going to be kept away until the movie comes out, until further notice, of course. Now, for this, we are going to see the manga continue in some way, shape, or form, but I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below as to how you guys felt about this. What did you guys think about Jiren versus Frieza, Jiren versus Goku in the end? What are your thoughts on Goku and Vegeta having to be put down from this gun, from this person having to just show up out of nowhere and just having to shoot them once and completely knocking them out? What are your thoughts on the Grand Kaioshin having to be a thing, and for Majin Buu to actually be executed in a meaningful way? I can only hope that Majin Buu will be used at some point in a good way to have him more or less further that narrative, but I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, if of course you guys are new to this channel, don't forget to punch that subscribe button, turn on all notifications, tune back in for more if you guys are excited for more Super, leave a like on the video, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming and all his social media platforms. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications so you can be the first to know every time that he uploads a new video.
Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up? On, put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge!